You know what? I know that most of you were, slowly filtering in today, and I have to acknowledge that today is 101 degrees, and thank you so very much for coming in this hot heat all the way down to Orange County. I'd just like to thank the participation of all the acts that you may not have been able to see or hear. Rundown, the Chinese Association of UCI, the Chinese Association Dance Crew, come on, give it up, Cabo lovers. Youth Phonics from UCLA, the spoken word talents of 03, our vocalist Laura Avengoza, the band Seriously, and also our cultural troupe from representing the country of Korea, Hanudi. Thank you so very much for your lovely and welcome entertainment. I just would like to thank you all. I wish I could say thank you in every single language. It's like, oh my Lord. But how are we doing on time? I know we have a schedule to adhere to, and I'm looking for a friend of mine to give me some kind of signal. But I would like to acknowledge each and every one of your presence here today. We have a lot of invited dignitaries and representatives from both Democratic and Republican parties, as well as students and organization representatives. And here today at a town hall, I love that word, town hall, don't you? It kind of feels communal, don't you think? It's not anything officious sounding or official sounding. It's like we get to participate and hear the comments and discussions and the questions that are brought forth by our candidates who are running for president in November. Has it been an exciting primary season? Have you been talking about it? Have you been arguing about it? Have you been passionate about it? Have you been dispassionate about it? No one can call us apathetic Americans anymore, can they? This whole world globally knows what kind of conversation we are trying to have from today, we've had since November of last year, all the way through November of 2008. So that is really something, and a testament to our power, our responsibility, our excitedness, and our enthusiasm for participating in this civic process. So thank you so very much for coming here today for this historic occasion where the candidates get to address our issues as members of the Asian Pacific Islander American community. So thank you to all three candidates who you'll be hearing from later on this afternoon. Thank you so very much. I would like to welcome, I believe we are going on schedule, to this beautiful, thank you so very much for having us here on your beautiful campus, UCI. Thank you so very much. But I would like to welcome to the stage a friend to all UCI students, the Chancellor here at UCI, the University of California here at Irvine, Mr. Michael Drake, who is joined by Mr. Jesse Chang, Advocacy Chair of the Asian Pacific Student Association of UCI, to give you an invitation and a welcome to all of you attendees. Chancellor? Ta-da! Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Wonderful to see everyone. This has been a great day so far, and we're looking forward very much to the people who are going to be spending time with us via telephone and satellite a little bit later. It's a great privilege for us here at the University of California, Irvine, to be able to host this first annual town hall meeting. And what I was thinking about in preparing for something to say by way of welcome is I was thinking about the United States of America and what a great country this is, and those things that we do as Americans that are really the best in the world. And there are two things that I think really stand out here in the United States that lead the world. One is our Constitution and our system of government, and the other is our system of higher education. Our system of government is emulated around the world in democracies far and wide, and our system of higher education is a model attracting people from all over the world to come here and learn. We here at the University of California, Irvine, are very proud of the diversity of our students who come from every part of this state, every part of this country, and every part of the world. And then they leave, having been trained here and contributed to us, to become leaders in the world and make a difference in the issues that really matter to people. This morning we had the privilege of hearing from Professor Vo, who chairs our Asian American Studies Department, and a warm round of applause. And we've been able to spend the day with many elected officials, some of whom are our alumni, some of whom have traveled far and wide to be here and who you'll hear from after today and after I speak today, and just to be able to bring everybody together and to focus on the important issues that face us is something that's absolutely critical. When we look to what we can do to help make this a better society, when we look to what we can do to help make this a better world, one of the things that we all can do is to participate in our democracy. And voting and hearing from the candidates and letting their campaigns and letting them hear of the issues that are important to us is one of the best ways that we can influence the future. As I said at the beginning, it's a great privilege for us to be able to host this first annual meeting of its kind, this first annual town hall. I'm really happy to have my APIAVote button, which I will put proudly alongside the buttons I have, and a great round of applause to those people who put this together. And let me congratulate all of you who've worked so long and hard to bring this event to us this evening. And I know that your efforts will help bring a spirit and energy that will last for many, many years to come. We look forward to being involved in the future, and we're very pleased to have the honor of hosting you on this first event. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, don't be shy. Get up there.
Okay, all right. Everybody, welcome to UC Irvine. For UC Irvine students, can I hear a zot zot? Let me hear it louder. Zot zot! There we go, there we go, there we go. I'd just like to welcome everybody to UC Irvine. And so this morning I called my mom and I said, I'm speaking at this town hall event. You know, what should I say? She said, you should say about how much you love your mother. And she's right. Because I think for myself and many other young Asian Americans out there, we feel that there's a legacy for us to uphold to the older generation, you know. And many of us fulfill this legacy by becoming doctors and engineers and scientists. But many of us fulfill this legacy by becoming, going back to the community, by becoming the next Mike Hondas, or becoming the next Duty Choos, or the next Van Trans. And it's important. This is all important. But all of us, do what we do by building upon the foundation of the older generation. And I think that's what makes this event so historic, because at one point, this event is here to say that Asian Americans should be heard, that our voices do matter, and our issues should be addressed by our representatives. And my generation of Asian Americans can look back on this historic event and say they were right. That not only will our voices should be heard, but it will be heard. That our issues will be addressed, and our voices will be acknowledged. And so I'd like to thank APIA Town Hall for putting this historic precedent out for the next generation, and to know that they've set the foundation for futures of Asian Americans to succeed and be represented in our political system. UC Irvine, zot zot!
All right, I'm a Bruin. What the hell does Zaza mean? What does that mean? Do anteaters? Oh, Congressman Honda, you just taught me something. Oh my God, Zaza, the anteater with the kind of thing. Is that what it's supposed to mean? Well, thank you very much for the educational lesson. I'm so very, very thrilled. I love the enthusiasm of that young man. And if I was his mother, I would say the same thing. It's like, oh my God, Jesse Chang and Chancellor Michael Drake. And I would also like to acknowledge the presence of his wife, Brenda, who is here today to join us. And they're going to be here all day. They're going to, take up the opportunity to listen to all three candidates. So thank you very much, Brenda Drake here as well, too.